This podcast is rated PG-16, if not PG-18, by Zerbinator Land. Foul language will be blocked, but not removed. Foul thoughts will be represented by words and anecdotes. If you feel easily offended by such things, turn back now, do not enter. If you like silly pretentiousness, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Pretentious Podcast.
Hello.
My buddy Phil is here with me as usual.
Hello.
He's so happy to be here.
I'm so happy. Hello.
Hey, hello.
What's going on?
Not much, man. I'm so excited to do another Pretentious Podcast.
Yes, we haven't done that in a while.
And we just finished doing an Open-Minded Skeptic podcast, so make sure to listen to that. There's 4 shows in one show. And
dry but funny.
Shall we kick?
I try to be serious, you try to be funny.
And
well, you don't try. You are funny. I try to stay on topic, but
you're funny too, which is why we do the Pretentious Podcast.
That's why we do this, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's sit back and relax and do this old school as we do it old school. Here we are, old school.
Yeah. Loving it.
And now, it's time for Pretentious Podcast with Phil and Zerbinator.
All right, keep it to 5 minutes total. How you doing?
Good. How
Me
are you
too.
doing?
Okay, let's go on to rants and our... No, I'm kidding.
Did I miss something? Am I?
You see, I started typing something the last time I thought we were doing. I don't even know what that means.
We're doing dreams.
I have no clue what that was about. So how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you feeling, Kev?
I feel good. I feel great.
Good. You look great.
I just made a sound and it came out of my butt.
Smell it. Yes, that's terrible. I'm not happy now.
Me neither. I don't feel so good.
Okay, we're going to take a quick bathroom break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Back! I would like to do some rants in our pants.
Yeah, let's do some rants in our pants.
And now, let's hear some rants from our pants.
My rant, shoot. You know what? Why don't you start? Because
oh, gosh, I got to think, too.
Yeah, God, that... Like I said, I forgot what I was supposed to do here. And I was pissed about something the other day.
I got one.
Go ahead. Oh, I know. Yeah, I got one, too.
Go first.
Go ahead. No, you're up first.
My rant is this. I work for a company that is now having to do something state-wise. And it's, how do I say this?
Do I work there too? Or is
no,
this the
you
other
do not.
place? Okay.
This is another job that I have. They have to do something different now that they still don't got a hold of.
Okay.
I've worked for many companies that I did not like, of course, like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But lately, I could say the last 3 jobs that I've had, and I'm talking about working in Virginia and then DC and then all the way up here, have seemed to fail because of the way that things are getting with lawsuits and the way that corporate is taking chunks of money for themselves and not caring about what they're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
And I don't want to, this way the places that I work for will listen. If they're listening, they'll go, maybe he's talking about us. Yes, I'm talking about you. Mm-hmm. Where the pyramid scheme starts off at the bottom with all of the employees, and then the employees do their job is the next thing. And then you go to the top of the pyramid, and it's the owner or the president of that company.
Okay, yep.
Sitting top and pretty, making the most money, all the way down to the workers who make squat, doing the job that feeds this, that feeds this, that feeds the guy sitting at the top.
Feeds middle management, feeds upper management, feeds the CEOs, who feeds the president and owner. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. Yep. The thing that ticks me off is that lately, in the current job that I have, they've come up with an idea to try to be more efficient with the way that people like me get paid.
Okay.
And it's really ridiculous. They don't know what they're doing yet, but they'll bark orders as if they do, and it gets ridiculous. I've always looked at that pyramid, no matter where I work, and the first thing I do is turn it upside down. I believe the people that are making the money for you to keep your company alive, if they didn't show up to work for like maybe 2 days in a row, you got a year's worth of screwed profits.
Well, that's why a lot of companies, especially like police, when I was doing law enforcement, we'd have quote unquote the blue flu, where all of a sudden blocks of people just wouldn't show up for a day.
because
and this was 2 or 3 days,
going
right? Because of new protocol, new procedures, absolutely. And it was a way of protesting, saying, "Look, we're the ones that are on the line. We're the ones doing the job. This is affecting us." And so you see that,
and you're in that type of work is even more so deserving of such an action because you're out there trying to duck bullets.
Not me personally. I was more Shanks. It was the homemade
Same
Shanks.
thing.
But
Lives were in question.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now for me, it's not my life that's in question, but what I do is, and it seems to affect that. And they don't think about the fact that that's being affected. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
They care about their own little pocketbooks and their own little purses and their own wallets, and that's all they care about. And it's getting ridiculous.
It makes me wonder that because of the lawsuit happy nature that we've created in the last 20, 25 years in this country, that maybe the reason we're seeing greedy upper management to owner/CEO level is because they're thinking, hey, if one good lawsuit's going to put us all out of work, I might as well pad my paycheck now.
Of course.
And that's really sad that they're thinking about themselves more than the company, or more than the little employee.
And especially the place that I'm talking about working, because the job that I do works with human life, and you're belittling that specific thing. I'm trying not to come out and say what it is. But.
We could talk about what the job entails, and that's you're basically a caregiver. You're somebody, a homebound.
Now
person.
everybody knows the company.
No, that doesn't. There's like 20 or 30 companies out there that do that, but no, you're assisting a homebound individual.
And the state came along and demanded that they start seeing what's going on, because they basically don't. That's basically calling the workers liars and the company liars. Yep. And I'm defending the company I work for, but and that I can understand.
And the unfortunate thing is, and here's the problem I have with all this. Instead of looking at the individual or the individual claim that came in against a particular worker or company, or even a case of abuse,
right,
and saying, let's correct that, the state and the government get involved and say, let's regulate the crap out of the entire industry and make the entire industry change. And that's where it's unfortunate, because there's several companies that are doing a great job with home care. There's company across the board, no matter what the industry is, there's companies doing a great job with that niche. And now they're being regulated to death, and people are being put on the chopping block, or they're putting under the microscope.
And that's what I feel like. I'm on the microscope.
That's the problem.
And the other problem is that
and you're breeding contempt. So you got people who don't want to work there. You got people who want to leave because now they feel like, well, now you don't trust me, or not even the company. It's not a matter of saying the company doesn't trust me. It's not even saying the government doesn't trust me, that now I got to be micromanaged by the government.
The state now.
By the state. And even the federal government gets involved in those regulations.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. My other job was working at the Dulles Toll Road, which I can gladly talk about how screwed that was when the federals came back and said, we want our street back, our Dulles Toll Road, and we're going to change the way things are done over there. So many nice people lost their jobs who have dedicated themselves to working for this toll road 20, 30 years, and then they get canned because they're not going to bend over for you.
Yeah. That's
just terrible. And but what I'm doing now is the rant that this is about is the fact that change happened. That's inevitable. Yeah. You know, what can you do? You're a small piece of crap. I could bark as loud as I want as a dog. All it's going to do is make the other dogs bark and cause a whole bunch of crap.
Story as old as time.
So my biggest rant right now is the fact that the company that I work for doesn't know what it's doing with the whole thing, and they weren't properly trained in their defense.
Yeah.
So since they're not properly trained, they start barking orders at us, and it just causes a whole bunch of mess. So it's going to take some while, and it's just so weird, and it's not straight yet, and it's just driving me crazy.
And once they get it straightened out, you'll feel a little bit better,
I know. It'll take some time, but that's my rant. It's just that... It's all because of money. The bottom line to all of that, sadly, is money. And the type of work that I do is not about money.
It shouldn't be.
It really shouldn't be.
No.
And it's always going to be that because capitalism wins.
I
just want to fart, the zippity doo dah. Go ahead.
No, I'm a social conservative. I'm pro-military. I'm pro law enforcement, but social programs exist for a reason. These people do need help. These people need. It shouldn't be turned into things like unemployment or that shouldn't or like food stamps. That should not become a lifelong end all. That's the best these people are going to achieve. It should be limits on that. But people that have disabilities, the money should go to these people. These people need help. These are not people who, it's one thing if the kid's riding a motorcycle up and down the street and he falls off and now he's a quadriplegic or a paraplegic. God forbid.
Right.
But he deserved it for being an He did.
But he deserved it.
But
that's terrible.
No, listen. I don't think
he's a little kid. How is he going to know?
A little kid's different. I'm talking about like these teenagers that in like New Haven and Hartford,
showing off on YouTube videos
and just being jerks and being road hogs. And then they're going to act like nobody has any business on the road but them and disrespect other drivers. They deserve to be hurt, and then they deserve not to have anybody care for them except their family. That's totally different. You're talking about somebody who are senior citizens.
Now, that's not very Catholic.
No.
There.
I'll leave that. Okay. No, I feel that these people deserve some help, if they're crippled or paralyzed or have a mental disability of some sort. Even our senior citizens should be treated better, and more funds should go to them. But the regulations, the only people that get the money are the people that are running the companies, the legislators that are making these stupid laws, the people that are overseeing these laws.
The suits.
The people like yourself, who's the actual caregiver. You're making peanuts doing this. And you're the one that's got to fill out all the forms. You're the one that's under the microscope to make sure these people get a bath and don't have a rash. And you could walk in and the person could be sitting there with a nosebleed. And the next thing you know, 5 government officials from the state and the company are going to be down here going, what happened? What did you do? Why did you let it happen?
You hit him?
What did you hit him?
I've had a couple of scenarios like that already.
And then you're the one who's... That's ridiculous.
Something
happens.
Yeah,
people,
I know. It's ridiculous.
I mean, listen, the person who has, severe Parkinson's, they can't control their actions, and you can't just strap them into a chair and leave them there surrounded by pillows. Stuff happens. They're going to get hurt. They're going to get nicks and bruises. Yeah. These things happen, and you can't have legislators and bean counters just breathing down everybody's neck. That's ridiculous. And the other thing is you get the family members who are disconnected, who are out of the scene. All of a sudden they show up and they want hell and high water. They want answers.
Yeah, of course.
Well, where were you? Why don't you take care of your loved one if you're so concerned?
Well, that's the thing. They want to pay to have somebody else do it because they got the money. And this way, they feel like they did something wonderful, and this way they don't have to look at their parents anymore.
I had a friend who... his grandfather was in a nursing home. No problem with the treatment. Then the guy dies. They sue the nursing home. Well, how old was he? He was like 98 years old. Would you expect him to live forever?
Too
soon. Anybody lives over 80 in my book, you've outlived your youthfulness. What are you doing? You're just sitting there taking up oxygen. Not that I want to kill off old people. No, I don't.
It's the way with words that makes me call you back.
But in all honesty, if it wasn't for medication and science, we'd all be crapping out
60s.
In our 60s at the most. Right. So we should all be thankful that we've even reached 80, and it's a milestone. And then beyond that, you can't be angry because your loved one passed away. Well, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. When was the last time you saw your grandfather? 5 years ago? How am I supposed to feel bad for you? And I said this to his face. I go, this is why we don't talk. I shouldn't be surprised. I said, how can I feel bad for you? You're the one who made that choice not to go see him. Yeah. Well, I had this, I had that. So what?
And I didn't get my inheritance either.
You're crying about not seeing the man, but he was there for 5 years, and you chose not to go see him. You chose not to make that time. And now you think it's the retirement home's fault?
Yeah, it's just sick.
No.
And not to toot my own horn, but that's the main reason I do this job is because all of my great aunts and grandparents have passed away,
Yeah.
and this makes me feel like I got them back.
Yep.
You know, so it's nice. And
I've lost family members that I miss, that I wish I had gotten to see. I had my aunt Jay. She moved down to Florida. I don't even know if she passed away. I'm sure she did, because she was like in her late 80s when she moved, and that was like 20 years ago. But
no,
again,
I'm still here.
I love the woman. I love
would
the
be
woman
awesome.
to death. She was wonderful. But the thing is, I'm not going to cry over the fact that I wasn't there to say goodbye, or that I didn't get to
that's a
mourn her.
different scenario.
That's look, she lived her life. She passed away. That's the way the circle of life works.
Yep, exactly.
The circle of life. We live. We're born, we die. We're born, we live, we die.
Yeah.
And the rest of us go on and enjoy their memories. That's what you got to do.
Come back as a wild westerner shooting Indians.
Sure. Don't talk about that again. That's in another show. You brought the wrong subject up. All right, my turn to rant.
Yeah.
Because
Hurry.
you went. No, that's you made me rant into your rant. Here's my rant. I'm some of you know I'm not I'm a part-time gym goer. I'm a part-time gym rat, and I'm trying to become more regular with it. As a matter of fact, going to talk about a show that I'm doing.
Please, sell
we'll
yourself.
we'll do that later. That's going to be in my. That's going to be in my. My topics. Oh no, that's the other show. That's the show you do with Ferg, where you guys do show and tell.
Anything exciting.
Anything exciting? We don't do anything exciting. We just do rants. We just bitch and bitch and bitch.
Well, bitch about what you're going to do.
Okay, so
I don't do a web thing.
actually, all right, because the reason I'm doing the show is because of a rant. Anyhow, So I have two quick rants. First rant. So I go to the gym on a fairly regular basis. I don't understand. The gym membership's $10 a month, $20 if you got the premier membership. You don't have the right to say these are my weights. All right,
Mine.
there's enough weights in there. I go to a gym called The Edge. They're real popular here in Connecticut. I think they're trying to expand New England. They're really gorgeous gym, nice gym. Most people there, excellent. It's the individual clients, not the gym itself. I said to the guy, we're the only two in the room. There's enough weights in there for about 30 people to be working out and doing different things. I said, dude, can I just use this set? What? No, those are my weights. I don't share my weights because then they walk around the gym and they disappear and I don't get them back. I'm looking around the gym. It's just me and him. This is a huge building. I'm like,
Phil,
nope.
are you a klepto and don't know it?
I said to the guy, I go, dude, I'm sitting right next to you. I'm on the bench right next to you. I just need it for one quick set as a warm-up. I said no. Well, I hope the guy's a listener, and I hope he comes and says something to me because he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he the thing that got me before this conversation even started was that he had to take a mouth guard out of his mouth. Now, this was a 50-pound dumbbell, all right?
The guy or the thing you're trying to pick up?
The weight.
Okay.
He was a dumbbell, too. It was a 50-pound dumbbell, and I'm not bragging. I'm not Hulk Hogan or anybody super strong or anything, but that was my warm-up weight. He was doing this for a set, and this was like his second set, and the dude was straining with this 50-pound weight. He was an athletic-looking guy. I mean, honestly, I was a little envious. I was like, he's nice tone, he had good muscle cut.
Tight ass.
Tight. Oh, man, that ass. Like fava beans. Anyhow,
That's gross. I was just kidding. You had to go full
No.
Hannibal on that. You went full Hannibal.
So he had to take a mouth guard out, and I'm like, "You're working that hard? You're straining that hard with a 50-pound dumbbell that you need a mouth guard?"
He grinds his teeth when he picks things up.
I couldn't think beyond that. And then he's like, "No, dude." And I heard what he said, but I couldn't process it because I'm still like, "You got a fucking mouth guard in your mouth, you baby."
Don't come for my weights, man. Those are my weights.
And I looked at him with a straight face, and I'm like, did you just take a mouth guard out of your mouth? You know what? You keep the weight. If you're working that hard with 50 pounds, go kill it, all right? And I went over and I did
your thing.
I did my thing, and I went up 40 pounds compared to what he was doing. And I was a dick. I was now in his defense.
Yes.
There was the bar he was using is an easy curl bar. It's kind of a curved bar.
I understand that.
Pre-weights
I've
are
seen
on it.
that.
Yeah, and it's for curls and close handheld type maneuvers.
Right.
And then they have a straight bar. Same length, same amount of weight. I could have used a straight one. It's just easier to hold that easy curl bar. That's why it's called easy. And it was pissed off, so I just said, screw it. I'm not doing my warm-up. I'm just going right up, which was 40 pounds heavier than the 50 pounds that he was doing.
Right.
But and the whole time, and the guy walks around. So my rant is, don't be a dick at the gym. Don't be a douchebag. It's a $20 a month membership. Your name is not put. And I said this to the guy too. He goes, no, I don't shear my weight. So I reached out with my hand to shake his hand. I go, oh, so you're Edge Fitness? Do I call you Edge or Mr. Fitness? And that's when he's like, what? And he took the mouth guard out. And I was like, what the? Did you just take a mouth guard out of your mouth? You baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had never in my entire
Can't you
life.
complain to somebody?
I did, but you know what? And it's funny, one of the biggest dudes in the gym, this guy is a monster. He saw that I was ticked off and walking out. He's like, hey, man, everything all right?
Did you take your mouth guard out before
I took
you
my
talked?
mouth, yeah, because otherwise I would be like, no,
You love it.
I just said, oh, Joey Mouthguard over there doesn't want to share his weights. He's like, and he was absolutely right. He's like, listen, it's a $20 gym membership. You got to let that stuff go. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? And he's right. And my favorite saying, but it doesn't keep me from not getting fired up too, is I'm not going to waste the calories on assholes. I'm not going to waste the calories worrying about stuff.
That's good.
And yet I did. I let it bother me. I let it eat at me. And but I left. And the next day I saw that guy and I shook his hand. And I said, "What's your regimen?" I said, "Dude, you're huge. You know, you're my goal." What? He goes, "Oh, this is 7." No, not that guy. No,
I'm sorry, the other guy.
This was the guy who was stopping me going out the door. Nice guy. He goes, "This is 17 years of just dedicated every day going to the gym," and I'm like, "Wow, I hope I have 17 years more of life because you're my goal." But it's changed.
How old is this guy?
He's late 40s, like myself.
Is he single?
No, the kid with the mouth guard, Joey Mouthguard, I'm going to say late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And the thing that got me was he had a stupid lumberjack beard. I am tired, absolutely furious. No, listen, I'm not against facial hair. No.
Mine, I'm stroking as you're saying.
I know, you got a goatee type beard. Yeah. I'm not against facial hair. I'm against these metrosexual brains who decide, I'm going to be tough and grow a manly man, mighty lumberjack beard. BS. Shave that shit off.
Why would you say BS after all the editing I just did?
Because I'm trying to rein it in. It just dawned on me how much swearing I'm doing. People are going to be listening. Is there a fight going on? There's a lot of dings and bings going. I don't understand.
It's like they're watching True Channel or whatever the hell that is.
And then the boop. But yeah, I was just like, I hate that look. We work with a guy, super nice guy, and he comes along and he kind of reminds me of Ned Flanders. And I'm like, as soon as I do the voice, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, are you working tonight? Yes, I am. Let's just say his name rhymes with red.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got one of these beards. And I made this rant in front of him. He's like, well, I guess you must be talking about me then, aren't you? Like, a little bit.
It's Ned Flanders.
I just don't like, just because it's trendy, don't do it.
Now, you got to give him a break because his is not ridiculous.
No. I'm talking about these ridiculous lumberjack beards on guys that are not beefy. They're not looking rugged other than the beard.
Right.
When you go put on your capri pants and then your fancy little sparkly shoes and a different color skin tight button-up shirt. Shut up, you metrosexual jackass.
Oh, I just can't take the man buns because
that
was my rant before. And the problem with man buns
Are you a samurai?
Well, no, I go up and I tell him I want my 3 wishes, and he doesn't listen.
They don't get it.
The genie won't give it to
I said that to a guy at Buffalo Wild Wings the other night. My kids and I went there for dinner. He's like, hey, everything great? Everything was great. Why don't you get a pair of scissors? What? cut that shit off because you look like
You look so stupid.
fruit. You look like that's so stupid.
I'm sorry, I threw in another rant, but
No,
but I want you to grant me 3 wishes, bastard. First wish, cut your damn hair.
So this leads into not so much a rant, but because of the gym
remedy
situation,
for the rant. Go on.
a little bit of a remedy, and being a little bit of a gym rat, and I'm doing a new web channel, or not a web channel. I'm doing a YouTube channel, and
Yes.
it's geared around people who are starting fitness, who are starting to get into the gym, and just are looking either for motivation, looking for a little bit of information and tips, and maybe some product reviews of stuff that I've used.
That's a good
or done.
idea, too.
Simply because I've been looking on YouTube. I'm trying to. I've lifted since I've been a teenager. My problem was I was never motivated, and I'm going to talk about this on the YouTube channel. So if you're listening to this, you don't have to go there to hear the whole rant again. But I was never motivated. I'd be motivated for a month or two, then I'd find a new girlfriend, or we'd go out to the bar and I'd get fat and I'd be like, I'll go to the gym some other time. I always found excuses to stop going.
Right.
And I never really stayed focused. I never had the drive. Now, later in life, I'm 48. All of a sudden, at 47, I had a little bit of a health scare, and that's kind of prompted me. And what I've been seeing on YouTube, all the videos are either young buff guys.
Going way too fast.
Yeah, and they're covering stuff.
Zumba.
Or they're semi-pro bodybuilders who are so far down the road, I don't think they remember what it was like when they first started. Yeah. So I'm kind of gearing it to the older person, the middle-aged to older person.
Very cool.
And the person starting their journey into fitness and just want some advice, some motivation. And I'm kind of doing it for me in the sense that I think by making it public, I'll be more motivated because now I'm kind of...
Very good idea.
Yeah, because now I'm out there and people are going to hold my feet to the fire and say, hey, listen, you said you were going to do this, and are you doing it? You better be doing it.
You got a big gold cup in your hand.
So it goes from a rant to kind of a remedy for the rant.
Very cool. I appreciate that, though.
Yeah, so I hope everybody, when I get it up and going...
I'll be promoting the crap out of it.
Yeah. We might even do a commercial later.
And do a Facebook thing, too.
I'm going to link it to... I'm going to open up a separate Facebook and Twitter account.
Good.
They're going to get linked. So this way people could give me advice, give me topics they want to cover, ask me questions, comments. But I figured by doing YouTube, it's going to open up more... not that I don't love doing this. I wouldn't be here.
No, I understand.
It's just that it seems like...
there's no point when you can't see what's going on.
Right. And YouTube seems to be a much bigger media. And again, it's a way of kind of like showcasing products.
And you can see what's going on.
See what's going on, talk
how
about
to
things.
lift, how to bend, how to...
I'm not going to get into...
Sniff your crotch.
No, I'm not going to... Yeah, no, I'm not going to... Yeah, no, nobody's going to sniff my crotch. That's just bad. You don't want to see anybody pass out.
Taco Bellish when you're finished.
I said don't sniff it.
Oh, sorry. It's on my finger.
But no, I'm not going to be one of these like people like every episode flex and do. No, I'm just starting. I'm still kind of fat and out of shape. I just feel better, and I just want to talk more about things I found that work good. I'm not going to load up selfies and look at my muscles now, and or me working out. And listen,
nipple shots.
Yeah, and if I find really good videos, I'll tell people check out these videos because a lot of those people, great information. It's just that they're not geared to the newcomer. That's what I want to hit. I want to hit the newcomer like myself.
That's awesome, and I do wish you luck in it. You've got a guy in a boat already out there farting around. He's speeding along.
So there's my rant, and there's my remedy to a rant.
How about a celebrity interview?
You got to answer the door? You got to answer the door.
I'll answer the door if you're not.
I know. I'm gonna use your bathroom real quick.
Are you?
Yeah. I've been drinking way too much of these protein shakes.
Go ahead. I'll get the door because someone's knocking.
Hello.
Hello. What do you? Don't make fun of me.
I'm sorry. I can't. Every time I see you,
it's all right. Those guys on Saturday Night Live, they did that too. That's all right.
It's so cool to see you. Thank you for coming by. You just missed Phil. He wants to do this video.
That's why I'm here. I want to tell you that I saw that he was doing a YouTube channel, and everybody should check it out. That's why I'm here.
You're so positive about it.
I am. It's great. Anybody doing fitness, I'm into that. So please check out this channel.
Why in the world can't we vote for you for president? Your politics are amazing to me.
Well, I wasn't born here, but we're trying to change that. I already talked to Trump through Milana. She's the first lady. She wasn't born here either.
Milana?
Milana. Milana Vivana.
Is that what you call her?
Well, we're close, yeah.
Do you ever do the Bovana?
Bovana. That's funny. I like that.
The song? Banana Fana Fofana? You ever?
Fofana Fadivin. Don't say profanities. That's very bad.
I'm sorry about
Especially
that.
politics. You don't want to do that.
I can't believe you're here. I love the new movie Awakening coming out, or Awakened. Something about the zombie thing with the daughter. Is that it? No, it's about a daughter being abducted.
She was abducted, yes.
And so you went and, of course, shot up the place.
Of course. That's what I did. I used my muscles and got
Just
in
like
there.
your movie Last Stand, where somebody did something wrong and then you went and shot up the place.
Right. It's
Just like your movie Terminator, where somebody did something wrong and then you came back as a robot.
That's right. Well, I was a
And
robot.
shot up the place.
Little different. Yeah, I shot the place up. That's what I like to do. I bought a tank so I could do that to my neighbors too.
I noticed that. You're driving around in a tank now.
I think it was more like Commando because my daughter was abducted. She's abducted.
And then after being abducted, you went and blew up the place.
I blew up the place and saved her. It was very beautiful. Very touching. It's a family movie.
Go see it. Kindergarten Cop is the only time you didn't blow something up.
No, I blew up stuff too.
Did you?
I blew up a lot of stuff. It was a lot of fun, but I worked with a lot of children because I'm a father figure. That's the thing.
You are a father figure.
People love it. And
Who would have figured you were a father?
I worked with Danny DeVito, which was also like working with children.
That's true.
He's about the size of a child.
That's true. He's a small Italian child.
Yeah, and they're redoing Twins, the movie.
Yeah, why are they going to do that? What?
I don't know, but they didn't ask me, but I'm sure I'll do a cameo. I'll come back.
What were you
That's
think?
what I'll say. I'll say I'll be back.
With triplets?
Maybe triplets. That would be funny. Okay, lifetime's over. So check out Phil's new channel.
And you're going to help promote it, right?
Sure, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there in spirit because he doesn't pay me. I got to get paid. So,
Well, here, do a quick commercial for him.
you need to go to Grafilla Gorilla's fitness channel. That is what it's called. He has a funny nickname, Grafilla. Yeah, his friend called him that, so it's Grafilla Gorilla.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a big guy. That's why he's not as big as me.
Yeah.
He'll never be Mr. Olympia like I was, but he's a big guy. And he's a good guy, too. I like him. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming in for him, and that's important. And you're such a nice guy.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Now I have to go. I have to get back on Trump's private jet and go talk to him about trying to become president.
Oh, I hope you do.
For 8 years, that's it. He's going to be president for 8.
Oh, no.
And then I'm going to run. It'll be wonderful.
I'm going to run when I find out he's going to be president for 8.
Me and Milana are going to make it happen. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be wonderful.
I can't wait for this. It's going to be great.
All right, I have to go now.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you for coming by.
Goodbye. I'll be back. I will be back.
I hope so.
I promise. I always come back.
Okay, good.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, who's at the door? Anybody good?
Arnold came to promote your workout thing.
Arnold Palmer?
Yeah.
Arnold.
Oh, no, Schwartz Melania.
Schwartz and Melania.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I'd like to see shorts on Melania.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he came in and promoted your
My show?
your show, and
Grafilla Gorilla's fitness channel?
Yeah, and he was so
kinda
excited.
Cool. He was excited about it?
yeah, he was.
You know what? Hey, I went on the YouTube channel and I had like 10 people look at it already, and I don't even have videos up there.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's good. Hey, at least they looked.
That means they're
Maybe
interested.
they'll come back. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's great. I appreciate him coming out doing a little promo for me and
Sure.
give me a little.
So do I.
That was awesome.
Do you want to go on to have a Facebook sidebar?
And now, the Facebook sidebar.
Facebook sidebar. Let's do
it.
Facebook sidebar. I'm losing my voice.
I could tell from doing that.
I'm doing that.
And we got 9 minutes to do this.
All right, 9 quick minutes. All right.
All right, you first.
Let's see. Sarah Palin. Oh, she could see Russia from her house, you know.
I've heard. I've heard.
Sarah Palin, Ted Nugent, and Kid Rock visiting the White House.
Oh, it sounds like a joke.
What a trio.
Like walk into a bar.
She's going to be the hot MILF in the leather miniskirt, and they're going to be like playing rock music the whole time.
I bet.
Wow, that's something.
Jerry's playing you a song right now, as a matter
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. What are they planning on doing there at the White House? Anything good?
I'm sure they're going to the Oval Office to talk with President Trump. And this
what?
happened on Wednesday. God knows what.
One's going to say she could see the Russians. The other one's going to talk about we should really be promoting more hunting. And the other one, I don't know, maybe talk about legalizing weed everywhere.
Yep, and his hat.
And his hat, his stupid hat.
Yeah. I'm going to go with General Motors factory seized by Venezuela.
Really?
Yes. Automakers say it will cease operations in the economically troubled country after its plant was confiscated. Why it was confiscated, I have no clue. Let's find out.
Well,
do you know?
Venezuela, that's the communist country there. They got that guy who he owns Citgo gas. And he's like, oh, I'm going to sell Citgo gas much cheaper than America. I sound like one of those people out in sand country there in Saudi Arabia.
And there goes our sand country listeners.
That is all, but I don't like this. Where's my goat?
Apparently an illegal judicial seizure of assets. So.
Sure. Yeah, because, again, it's the guy's a communist. He's a dictator. He's taken over everything. Makes perfect sense.
Well, that'll teach you to put General Motors in another country when it's supposed to be American.
All right. Let's see what else we got.
We also have
Newfoundland and Labrador. Massive iceberg near Newfoundland found. Local tourist attraction.
Now, I thought we were losing everything because of the
warming?
natural warming of the planet.
Yeah. No.
I'm not a global warmer believer.
I'm not either. And you know what? If I was, I personally don't care. Bring it on. I want coconuts and pineapples in the backyard.
You can't
hate the
stop
cold.
it. And people are trying so hard to conserve this and that. That I respect. We need the water. We need to conserve this. And we do need to take care of the planet. I understand that.
There's a difference between conservation and complete control. Right. Conservation means you still get to use these resources, but you use them responsibly, versus these people who just want to control everything
and they think that
shut
they
down
have
anything that's bad.
You don't have it. You'll never
There's got to be a happy
stop
medium.
what's going to happen.
Never. You don't want to be these. And most manufacturers, they've plugged up their. All right then. Okay. I guess I said the wrong thing. But I mean, they've capped off the chemical pollution from their from the sewer drainage runoff. You know, so our rivers and streams are a lot cleaner than they were
I appreciate
back in the 70s. They're not promoting a lot of smoke and smog.
That I appreciate.
You know, we just had this report here in Connecticut about we live here.
Hey!
About the ozone smog situation that 5 of the 7 counties got an F because smog's so bad. Well, unfortunately, a lot of that's coming from the west. We have almost no manufacturing here in Connecticut.
Yeah, it's true. Most of it's
and the wind blows from west to east. So we're catching all the contaminants coming from California, the Midwest, and so on. And it's just settling here just because of the way nature's set up and the way the environment's set up.
It's so ridiculous.
So it's, you know, to say it's Connecticut's fault, it's not. It's and the icebergs, you know, NASA has shown through their satellite images of Antarctica that, the west side is getting thinner, but the eastern shore is getting thicker. So there may have been a pole shift where...
Yeah, I think that did happen when we had an earthquake not too long ago where the earth just went...
A few years ago, that earthquake in South America shifted by 7 degrees. And by shifting, I believe, and a lot of scientists believe, that if you look at the magnetic fields, the poles are where the magnetic fields actually touch the earth, and that's why that space air being so cold touches and causes our ice caps.
Yeah.
Well, if it's shifted, that makes perfect sense why one side's melted and the other side is getting larger because it's moved that way So the ice cap is going to move over.
Problem solved.
But you don't hear that. You don't hear that from these crazy environmentalist people. All you hear is melt, 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 global warming, global warming. And now they've changed it to climate change.
Yeah, the words, more syllables seem to make it easier.
Just ridiculous.
I know.
I get, like I said, clean up the environment and don't pollute. But at the same time, you
Give a hoot.
don't pollute. Remember those?
Yeah,
I
I do.
remember those.
Yeah.
That
Give a
and the
hoot,
sad
don't
little.
pollute.
Remember the sad Indian?
Yeah,
crying
I've
Indian
seen
and
that
the
recently.
garbage and.
He was crying because
When
of
was the
hot
last time you saw
buffalo.
garbage on the highway?
When was the last time you saw a real Indian?
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think they're at the casino anymore. It's all these fat Italians. Hey, no, I'm an Indian.
headdress there?
Yeah, look at you see that there?
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll
Don't
take care of
worry
it. Boo, 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 boo. Huh?
We're gonna put up some more casinos. Yeah, me and Steve win.
Wait, we need
He's
more
another
TV
Indian.
back here. More TV.
More TP. TP for my bunghole.
Fox News will replace Bill O'Reilly with Tucker Carlson. Did you hear about poor Bill O'Reilly?
I heard about Bill O'Reilly. I don't know who Tucker Carlson is, though.
Well, Bill O'Reilly, apparently what he did was he took a bunch of women and, okay, I took women, I took them out, and what am I supposed to do with them? But, hey.
He brought them to the
you
spin
said,
factor.
Well, this is a no spin
spin
zone. We'll do them live. He's out.
You know what?
He's a sexy man. You can't help it.
A sexy man. There you go. Debonair fella. I got a problem with the fact that just because he made sexual advances and they said no, I don't know the whole story, nor do I care enough. I mean, if he had sex with them and it was against their will, fired. He should go to jail. End of story. But just because he made advances and they said no, and he made more advances and he said no, then they're going to turn around and say, well, now I'm going to tell your supervisors and I'm going to tell Fox News and the rest of the world, you got the money. Why is it coming to light? The whole idea was it was hush money to keep you quiet. Or was it, here, look, don't say anything and I'm going to give you the money.
I think it was the second.
Yeah, and the girls are just like, well, keep it coming. I didn't make any promises. I won't say anything. But even still, the fact that you didn't learn your lesson after the first girl that, you had to pay hush money to, I don't get these guys in power that they're so full of themselves that they think that they are untouchable and they could just approach women however they want, from the presidents to
I know.
news guys.
It's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Will Smith in talks to play Genie in live-action Aladdin film.
Really?
Now, so that means that you're going to see him on the carpet and he's going to go, oh. I can't do any more than that. Yo, oh. Yo. Hey, oh, yo. That's going to be it. I don't know what else he does, but yeah. So that's.
Oh my God! I pretty much summed up all his movies. You could do that with Arnold too. Just basically.
Especially when on the planet when his face gets really popped out.
Hey, you know what Will Smith movie I really liked a lot, and I know it didn't get rave reviews. Maybe because I watched it as a kid all the time. I liked Wild West. I liked.
I love that movie.
I really did too. I liked the whole.
Wow, West. The song was pretty.
The song was. I have that on my iPod. But I like the whole. I like it when they take a completely crazy approach to a remake.
Yeah.
If they try to hit it head on and it's going to be exactly the same, it better be exactly the same. But where you're going to redo it and put a complete twist element by putting a black sheriff in instead of the white sheriff.
And then putting in Selma Hayek.
Yeah. I like her, but I don't like her. I don't like when she talks. I don't like the accent.
Who likes any women when they talk?
There's a couple.
Oh, sorry.
There's a couple. I got to think for like...
Shelley's yelling right now at me.
What are you talking about?
This right now is what I'm talking about. Shush!
Come on, Edith. You're ruining the moment. What Why do you think we only have one kid?
Why?
Come on, Archie.
Stop speaking, will you? Would you shut up, Edith?
Oh my God! I kind of liked. Do you remember Bernadette Peters?
Oh yeah,
She had that like little girl voice thing.
yeah.
but
Sort of Gwen Stefani-ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was something about that I found sexy but annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't like the little girl voice when it's forced. Like
Yeah.
when the girl's just trying to be little girl cutesy. I don't like it as much. And then there's something about like, because my kid's watching a lot of anime and then I'm trying to watch it, that little girl Japanese voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
There's a sexiness, but a huge annoyance to it at the same time. I can't put my finger on it.
Oh, man, so cute. That
But-
black is hot.
But there's some women that, like some actresses, that everybody's like, oh, she's so beautiful. She's so.
Yeah.
No.
she's not.
She's not. She might look attractive, but
Right.
as soon as she starts talking, I'm like, I'm no checked out.
Done.
I can't. No, there's nothing. And yeah, Salma Hayek, she's one of them.
Yeah.
There was another Puerto Rican or Mexican actress. She did that movie where they won the lottery, and she had to, like, the guy won the lottery and he split it with her because she was the waitress.
That's Nicolas Cage, and he was a cop, right?
I think so, but
Yeah.
she's got that over the top.
B's with a P.
I don't know. She's got that really heavy Hispanic accent.
Yeah. Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez. Shut up. I think that's probably why she
Don't
disappeared.
you want to know something? I can't do
No,
it.
not even close. That's that was terrible.
You need... Forget
There's
it.
nothing wrong with the way I talk.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh God, that and the Long Island medium woman.
Yeah, I can't take those voices.
That Long Island. It's terrible. I just don't.
It's terrible.
And they can
Terrible.
You know, I know, like up in New England, we make fun of people from down south.
Oh, yeah.
Even some of the southern comedians. The guy who always does the Golden Corral commercial. He did. Are you smarter than a 5-year-old?
Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy. He does it. He goes. Listen. He goes. You don't like the southern accent because they sound stupid, and there's some truth to that. You don't want to hear a brain surgeon. All right, y'all. This is what we're gonna do.
You know what we're gonna do?
We're
is
gonna cut into
your
this
head.
here head.
God, I can't think.
Can you imagine? You'd be like, I'll just postpone this surgery.
Ever wonder why? Jeff Foxworthy. That voice drives me crazy. Ever wonder why people talk about things in the way they talk like this?
You might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck.
If you see my commercial for Golden Corral and think that's the best place to ever eat, you might be a redneck.
And please try Larry the Cable Guy's sausage and grits baby biscuits. Found at the dollar store.
Get her done.
Get her done biscuits. That's what it's called. Get her done biscuits.
God, buy all the money you've made. Go buy yourself a shirt.
Exactly. I need something with sleeves.
Oh boy, that went into a rant.
God.
We haven't done this show in a while.
I know. Everything's ranting. Well, tonight I'm going to end the show with a song off the new Spring album.
Yeah, and it sounded really awesome. I heard you
very
playing
much.
it earlier. I really like it.
I'll do some, we'll do Spring Break. That's the one I'm selling right now. So
I'm going to
for free, by the way.
Promote it on my show too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a listen and enjoy. Thank you again very much, Philip.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me play Radio Guy for another
It's
day.
always fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Once I get all the rest of the stuff up from Virginia, we're going to have a nice table with the tabletop mount things. And I get all of my stuff from Virginia next weekend. Ever wonder why all your stuff's in Virginia?
And you're up north.
Because you haven't picked it up yet.
And that'll complete the lovely K-Max Studios.
Oh,
Or no,
yeah.
and what's the new radio sign that you said?
Oh, well,
WZZR?
ZZRB Radio, but that's still recorded in
ZZR
K-Max Studio.
There you go.
And I use this mixing board to do it. That's why
That
I
one right
found it
there
plugged
that
in.
nobody can see because we're doing a radio show.
Yeah, that's true. Right here. Over here, guys. Look. So, everybody have a beautiful night, and
Thank you so much.
join us next time when Phil says... And that was Adam Sandler by my friend Phil.
You want some pie?
Bye.
Zerbinator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zerbinatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.